London feels different today, a city that never really stops, just shifts into a quieter rhythm. I start in Canary Wharf, glass everywhere, soft reflections, a quieter version of the skyline. Then I head towards Westminster. The crowds are still there, even on a Sunday. But I'm not here to chase movement. I'm here to notice what stays when everything else quiets down. Canary Wharf, a place that feels like pure glass and steel. But just moments ago, I was underground, inside a system that moves millions of people every single day. One of the most complex metro networks in the world, and among the most expensive major metro systems globally. And then you come up here, and everything changes. This was once West India Docks, built in 1802, over 200 years ago. One of the first enclosed commercial dock systems in the world. A place designed for control, for movement, for global trade. At its peak, this was an entire industrial city. Then came the war. In the 1940s, the Blitz changed everything. And over time, the docks fell silent. By the 1980s, this place was empty, still, forgotten, until one of the biggest urban transformations in Europe began. In the late 1980s, a new Canary Wharf was built, from the ground up, on top of history. Skyscrapers replacing ships, glass replacing water routes, a completely different era. And even now, when you stand here and look up, you are still standing on the same ground, where cargo from across the world once came ashore. Today, more than 120,000 people come here to work. What was once a gateway for goods from around the world has become a hub for global business. Banks, technology companies, international headquarters. But what surprises many people is how much green space is hidden between it all. Water still shapes this place, just in a very different way than it did 200 years ago. And maybe that's what makes Canary Wharf so fascinating. The landscape changed completely, yet the story never really left. And here's something almost nobody talks about. Parts of Canary Wharf were built using the original dock foundations from the 1800s. Instead of clearing everything away, the new city was layered directly on top of the old structure. So beneath the offices, roads, and stations, there are still traces of the old industrial port. Two cities in one place, one visible, and one still buried underneath. You step out of the station, and everything shifts. One moment you're underground, the next you're facing one of the most recognizable views in the world, the Palace of Westminster, the seat of the British Parliament, rebuilt in the 19th century after a fire nearly destroyed the original structure. And then there's the tower most people call Big Ben, but the tower itself is Elizabeth Tower. Big Ben is actually the bell inside. I'm walking just around here, Abingdon Street, right by Westminster. And the first thing you don't realize is this: you're not actually walking through a normal part of the city. Nothing here is random. Not the streets, not the angles, not even the way people are guided through the space. This whole area was gradually reshaped over time, not for beauty, but to control movement around Parliament without ever making it obvious. Even the buildings don't just sit here. They manage the space quietly, through access and restriction you barely notice. Tate Modern wasn't always a gallery. This building used to be Bankside Power Station, one of London's largest power stations in the mid-20th century. It once supplied electricity to entire districts of the city, fueling the growth of modern London. And when you stand inside the turbine hall today, you're standing exactly where massive machines once generated energy for millions of people. This space was never designed for visitors. It was designed for power. And that's why everything feels different here. Scale takes over. You stop being the center of the frame and just become part of something much larger. And maybe that's what makes it so powerful. Because what once powered the city now powers imagination instead. And you leave this place slightly quieter than when you walked in. And here's what I find hard to believe. For years, this was one of the most controversial buildings in London. Many people hated it. Some even wanted it demolished completely. Today, millions of people come here every year. They photograph it, they admire it, and treat it as one of the city's cultural landmarks. The same building, the same walls, a completely different story, which makes you wonder how many things we dismiss today will become tomorrow's icons. thank you for spending part of your day with me. I hope this walk brought a little calm to your day and perhaps helped you notice a few things that are easy to miss when life moves too fast. If you enjoyed being here, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you'd like to join me on more walks like this, a like or a subscription helps this little channel more than you know. Before I go, I'm excited to share that my new book will be released on August 14th and is already available for pre-order. You'll find all the details, along with my other books, in the description below. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your kindness. And thank you for making this little corner of the internet feel so special. Take care, and I'll see you in the next walk. If there's one thing I hope you take away from today's walk, it's this. You don't always need to travel far to discover something new. Sometimes all it takes is slowing down long enough to notice what's already around you. Until next time, wherever you are in the world, I hope you find a little beauty, a little peace, and something that makes you stop and look twice.